Hey everyone, this is Katie here. Just making a quick video about what made me want to go into crime scene investigation. Well, I wanted to start out when I first went back to, when I went to community college. I wanted to do journalism, wanted to be a sports writer for ESPN, do stuff for ESPN. That was my goal. Started doing that. I wrote for the school newspapers. My claim to fame with the school newspapers were writing an article and interviewing he's now former NBA player Channing Frye. This was back in 2003. We developed a great friendship when he was in college. He was an all-around great, gentle giant, basically. He was so nice. We hung out a few times. We text, we talk, and our friendship, once he hit pro, we kind of lost touch. But I'll never forget the friendship that he and I had. And then I also met Andre Iguodala through him. We kept in touch through when he got drafted as well. I can't say anything mean about either one of them. They were so nice, just very down to earth, very kind. And that's the way I saw them. Andre's still in the NBA, but Channing is not. But through their careers, same people. Money never changed them. But anyways, what drew me to crime scene, well, let me get back to journalism. That you need 4 semesters of a foreign language. I had Spanish, took 3, failed the 4th. I gave up. I was like, nope, can't do this. I tried sign language, dropped it after the first class because they only had an interpreter for the first class and then you were on your own. So I was like, nope, you know what, gotta find something else. When I did transfer to Phoenix College in, I want to say 2005, my goal was to play basketball, tried out, didn't make it, but I was a team manager, and helped practice with them, film their games, and then, when I went there, I wanted to do nursing. That was my absolute goal. Passed all my classes, but anatomy and physiology. Failed it 4 different times. I had all the advice of all the professors and nothing worked. I could pass the labs, piece of cake, because it's labeling body parts. But when it became time to take a test, it was written, couldn't pass it. Oh, these bugs. No, I'm very clean. It's this time of year, bugs are everywhere, humid here in Phoenix. And then I decided to do criminal justice. Loved it. So I started watching the first 48 around 2005 when I entered Phoenix College, and then I decided, you know what? If I can't do nursing, I'll do paralegal. Got a degree in that. Finished with a 3.0. While I was doing that, I wanted a backup, crime scene investigation. Started doing all those classes. Loved them. I took all the classes. However, I did not pass police photography because I missed too many pop quizzes. And then I had dropped fingerprinting because I didn't like the teacher, but now I'm retaking fingerprinting online. And in the fall I'll be taking police photography, and those are the 2 classes, and then I'll have my associates in forensic science, which emphasizes crime scene investigation. Some cases that drew me to like crime scene more and more, in the classes we've taken, we got to recreate crime scenes, we got to analyze bullets, we got to go to the crime lab, get to see what it's really like. And of course my teacher worked for the crime lab, and he would show us pictures from crime scenes. Never bothered me, but when I was in school in 2007, the murder of NFL player Sean Taylor really drew me. I was fascinated, because he was one of my favorite football players, and I was so sad when he passed and he was taken away for no reason. And then another case that really drew me even more was a case I saw on the first 48, I want to say 2009, because it was the day before I graduated from Phoenix College. The case did happen in 2008. It was called, if you watch the first 48, the episode is Lester Street. It happened in Memphis. 6 people were brutally murdered. It was a massacre. They really thought it was a gang at first. Little ones died in this. One of them survived. He had a knife in his head. He played dead in the bathtub. And now he's like 18 years old. He survived with a knife in his head for several days until somebody did a well check on the house and sent out police. But it turns out the whole time was the brother that murdered his entire family, and the brother had just been released from prison serving I think it was a 15 year sentence for 2nd-degree murder. Something snapped. He got the death penalty. He was supposed to be executed 4 years to the day in 2012. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but he is on death row, and I really hope that he gets the death penalty for brutally murdering 6 people, and several of them were innocent little children who did nothing wrong. His family, who he killed, they didn't do anything. It was just an argument, and he decided to take it out, murdered all of them. And that's what really drew me to crime scene investigation. I finally came back to it this semester, or I should say this summer 2020, taking fingerprinting. It's harder than it looks. Just trying to analyze fingerprints and figuring out what print is what and why, and how many, the ridge count. But that is what I wanted to tell you about what drew me to crime scene investigation. And always thank you for watching.